Hey retro fans, welcome to another episode of Retro Gaming Memories. In this episode we're going to be doing another Were They So Bad episode, which I'll get to in a little second. Just a couple of quick things. I'm using a different app now to film this, so we're trying it for the first time. It's an app called Filmic Pro. I've had it for quite a while on my iPhone, but I've never really used it. I do more photography stuff than video. This is really the only video stuff that I do. But I thought I'd give it a go because there's a lot more options for like frame sync rates and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to get better footage of the TV without kind of lines and blurs and all that kind of gubbins. And I'll be able to get a better capture for that. So we'll see how it goes. It might look terrible when I convert it to YouTube. I've no idea. We'll find out. So if this one degrades in quality, I apologise and we'll go back to normal next time. If it's better, then great. I'm not using any lighting for this video at the moment. This is natural light from a window, which is just behind the camera. And I think it looks okay, so hopefully it'll not look as yellow as some of my videos do with the kind of overhead lights and stuff. Anyway, I'm sure you don't give a shit about any of that. But one quick pickup before we jump in. This literally arrived about an hour ago. I've not bought anything on eBay or anything for quite a while. I bought some Amstrad stuff to try and get nearer completion of the collection, but I've not bought anything off of eBay for a while. But this popped up and I thought, there's a few games on here that I used to like. And again, you know, I'll play these and see if memory serves me correctly that I quite enjoyed them or if they were terrible. But anyway, it is the 6-pack Volume 3 from Elite. So what we've got on here is Ghosts and Goblins, Paperboy, Enduro Racer, Dragon's Lair, Escape from Singe's Castle, and James Bond: The Living Daylights. So there's the back of the box if you're interested. No screenshots, which is quite mad. I do have Volume 1, which I think is Frank Bruno's Boxing, Commando, Airwolf, and something else, which escapes me. I don't have Volume 2. I used to have, I'm sure I sold it. Anyway, so it comes complete. It's got the manual, which is a kind of fold out affair, which is quite strange, but all present and correct. And it has 2 cassettes. Need to put my goggles on to see what's on what. Hang on. There we go, that's better. So cassette 1, there's Dragon's Lair and Escape from Singe's Castle. I do remember those taking quite a while to load because they're quite big games. Now they're completely different for the arcade, obviously. It used a laser disc, but I'm looking forward to going back and giving them a little go. I'm sure I would remember it was more of a kind of arcade sort of puzzling, platformy type thing. But I can't remember. I've not played it since I was a kid, so like over 30 years and then some. What's on the other one? We've got Paperboy and Enduro Racer on side 1. Side 2 is Ghosts and Goblins and The Living Daylights. So, I've no idea if these tapes actually work. But the nice thing is that obviously I've got other ways to play them. Oops, let me just put this down there. I've got other ways to play them through disc emulation and all that kind of stuff. But it's nice to have the instructions and all that kind of stuff in the box. So, anyway, that's a little pickup. Back to the main crux of today's video. We're going to be doing the Were They So Bad. So, I'm kind of moving through these in essentially alphabetical order. So we've done a couple of numbered games. So far we've done 1942 and something else. What the hell was the other one that we did? Can't even remember. That's terrible. What was that other video? We've done 1942. That's shocking. I can't even remember what videos I've done. Rubbish. Hang on. Tell 720 degrees. I'm looking at my little disc emulator thing there. 720. Good God. That would have annoyed me. Anyway, so we've done 720, we've done 1942, and now I'm moving on and we're going to be doing AfterBurner. Now, AfterBurner obviously was a massive arcade machine in many, many different variants, but it basically involved an analog stick and a thrust control. And it was a pure arcade shenanigans. It's actually an arcade game that I enjoy a quick blast on, but I wouldn't play it for a long time. I mean, it was one of Sega's sprite scaling technology, you know, the whole Outrun thing, Space Harrier, all those kind of, I'm sure it was a System 1 boards. Was it System 2? Anyway, It was all sprite scaling stuff, and obviously AfterBurner is it was a great game at the time, but it's not one that I would spend a lot of time playing. Just personal preference. I do enjoy it on a quick blast, but it's not a kind of playthrough type game for me. So AfterBurner on Amstrad, I think I've maybe played this once way back in the day. It wasn't a game I ever owned because of it wasn't an arcade game that I really wanted, you know, that I would have played a lot, so I never bought the arcade conversion. I probably had it, in fact I think I had it on there was a compilation pack which had Last Ninja, Double Dragon, AfterBurner and something else, 4 games on it. It was an Ocean compilation. And that was probably the last time I played it again, way back 30 plus years ago. So we're going to play it literally with fresh eyes, and give it a go, see how it compares to the arcade, and then kind of see how it plays as a standalone game, because as we've been discovering, a lot of these games are kind of more homage to the game, because the developers back in the day never had the source code or anything like that. They usually had an arcade machine that they had to kind of play through and then replicate. So some of these games are a little bit more of an homage to the game than a kind of direct replication of what you have. So I'm sure as we move through these and kind of the game's got more complex through you know, through the 80s and stuff like that, the ports are probably going to be a bit closer to the actual arcade games. But we'll see how we go with this with AfterBurner. So let's flip the camera over to the other side and see what we can do. So let's play it. Okay, here we go then. AfterBurner. Lovely loading screen. Let's hit the space bar. Something. That seemed to have occurred. There we go. We're using a disc, not a thing, so that's a tape image. So that's really nice. The ball thing is what the arcade machine kind of does. That's quite a nice attempt at doing the AfterBurner arcade thing. So let's think. I'm going to try this with joystick just for the arcade experience. Let's see what happens. So the music isn't the arcade music, but it's alright. So this is 1988. Trying to fathom out if that's arcade. No. So I don't know what tune that was, but it was alright. A valiant attempt, I suppose. So, right, 2. That's an attempt at the arcade, I think. Right, anyway, enough of that. Number 2. Right, fair enough. Here we go. So quite a small play screen again. Alright, I don't know if the 128 refers to how much chip RAM you've got. Chip RAM? How much memory? Because I've got a 64K RAM expansion. So, right, so it auto fires. So the machine gun auto fires, or your Vulcan cannon as it was in arcade. And your fire, oh god, I've been hit. And your fire button does the missiles or rockets. So here we go, straight back in, right. It's quite responsive, it's pretty fast. It's a little bit hard, like those guys. Because it's not analog, it's hard to hit diagonals. So sometimes it's quite hard to get a lock on some of these guys. Like him there. Oh, it does do the roll. I'm actually quite impressed with this. I don't know why I never really played this back in the day. Oh, there we go, level 2. Woo! On your way, right. So I quite like that the lights flash up the top when there's a lock and all that kind of stuff, or when you're... The one thing I never really liked about this game, even in the arcade, is that you could never really see... Get over. You could never really see when missiles are coming towards you, so, you know... And it's really hard to tag these guys. Come on. So you just have to kind of keep moving and make sure that you're that you're kind of getting out the road, anything that might be coming your way, because you can't really see. The Amstrad version's actually slightly better than the arcade in that you can see there's not so much smoke plumes everywhere. No, do I have to do anything here? No, right. Yeah, because there's not so many smoke plumes everywhere, you can see a little bit more. Oh, alright, we're going up the way. What's happening here then? Oh, night flight. I mean, it's nice and responsive. Come on, can we get 4? Trigger off that. Come on, get that last guy. Ah, bugger off. This is probably horrible to watch because it's jerking all over the place, but when you're actually playing it, it's quite nice. Can I get those? So my only minor gripe is that it's a little bit, because it's not analog, it's a little bit hard to lock onto some of these guys. Come on, but we're getting there. It's really smooth. I mean, this is running on a 464. It's not well, there was that much difference between a 618, but it's running on a real machine on a 464 with 128k RAM, and it's really smooth. It's actually very playable. I know this probably looks horribly jerky if you're watching this as a video rather than playing it, but boom, there we go. So yeah, the diagonals are, because it's an 8-way diagonal, there's a little bit of fine control missing, but it's quite nice that it even does the roll. There we go. Right, out the way. Oh, then it goes. I do miss the joystick rattling when the plane hits the ground, but it's a nice big sprite. Nice and colourful. Obviously there's not any cloud in the sky, so that's alright. I think that actually helps. Oh, slapped in the face with a missile. Is that it? Oh no, we're still going. I don't have infinite lives as far as I'm aware. Although this is a kind of hacked version of the game. Come on. I thought you only got 3 lives. I might be. Ah, come on. Oh. Sucking on a missile there. Boom. Was it because of my score? So I've got 3 lives left. So you can't control your speed, I don't think. Can you? Maybe you can control your... What's going on here? So I've now got 4 lives again. I've many lives. So it defaults to a kind of middle speed. I don't have the instructions to hand, so I don't know if you can actually alter your speed. Oh, we're flying over snow, right, okay. Ah! So I have to say, I'm actually really pleasantly surprised by this. I don't know why I didn't play this more back in the day. This is a good conversion. It's lovely and smooth. Can't even remember who. Oh, it was Activision that did it, wasn't it? So again, quite a small play area. That's the only thing, but that was the kind of norm. They've done a no bad attempt at emulating the bezel around the arcade cab, which looks nice. Come on, get that last guy. Boom, have that. Die with death. So it might be nice if your cannons made a noise. Oh, he's shooting at me, you dirty bugger. Get off. How'd you get him then? You just avoid him? That's just a little bonus stage. This is as far as I've ever been in AfterBurner, by the way. I've never played this far Die with death. He's shooting at me lots. Stop it. Can we actually hit him? No. Don't know what that's all about. So obviously it plays really nice with a joystick. What might be worth, can we quit out of this? 1 and 2 pauses it. Doesn't help me at all. Oh, we might have buggered this up. How the hell do you get back to... There we go. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to die. Right, I'm just going to kill myself, hopefully. There we go, right. And we'll drop out the game and see what it's like with keys. And I'll just cough off camera. Because I'm intrigued to see if you can redefine the keys, if you can alter your speed. So I'm not touching the joystick at the moment. Hands are up here. So I'm just wanting to see. I'm better playing this without without touching the joystick than I am actually. Oh, what is this? Hang on, I'm going to have to give this a go. I've never seen this level before. This is just a kind of strafey number, right? Okay. That's rather fun. Oh, go right, go right, go right, go right, go right, go right. Oh, I'm full right on the stick here to keep the pants. Oh, dear me. I'm not convinced that you've got enough control to get past those guys. Right. Let's put my neck. Come on, back a bit. There we go. There we go. That is my best score and as far as I've ever got an AfterBurner. Let's have a quick go with the keys. Is it going to take me back to menu, please? Come on. Right. So, well done Activision. I'm thoroughly impressed. So, what happens here? Can we redefine the keyboard? I don't know what the keys are on the keyboard. No, we want the keyboard. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what keys I pressed there. I don't know what the keys are, which is going to be fun. I'm going to try QAOP in space, which is a good guess. The only trouble is I don't know what the... Oh, there we go. Right, I is missile. So, what I would say with the keys is that it feels a little bit awkward. I don't like I as a missile. That's horrible. It should be space, clearly. But just the flight mechanics, you do actually have more an analogy control, and I do have Q is like down, A is up, so it's inverted like a real plane. You know what I mean? The flight controls are as a real plane would be. So targeting is definitely easier with keys. Shooting is not, unless you can redefine the keys. And what I'm wanting to do is see if there's any keys to alter the speed, or if you're just kind of stuck in this middle speed. I've just obviously been hit. But is there anything to alter the speed? I'm wondering. Hitting, oh, what is that? Now the speed there did go up. What button did I press? Or was that just a pure fluke? Oh, so space is your speed. Aha, right, okay. But I've just been hit. So QAOP is your left, right, up and down. I is your missile. And if you hold space, you speed up per section. So it defaults to kind of middle speed. But if you press space, it'll jump to 2, and then press it again, it'll hold up to 3, and then as long as you hold on space, it's full speed. And then as soon as you let it go, it drops back. So let's turn off the volume for a little bit here and pause it. So that's probably going to do it for this video, because I'm sure you've watched enough of this jerking about doing its thing. Verdict for me, Afterburner really surprised me. I really enjoyed playing that. Like I say, the arcade game, not a massive fan of it, but it was fun. I really quite enjoyed playing this. I think it might be slightly better playing it on keys. You've got more control. I'm presuming space works when you're playing the joystick, that to do your speed. Because the joystick only hits the 8 diagonals, the keys give you slightly more control between that, so the targeting's easier. But overall, nice and colourful, decent sound, good attempt at the arcade with the launch sequence and all that kind of stuff. Music is good for what it is at the beginning, and yeah, I think this has surprised me. This has really surprised me, and I think it's a good game. It's a good game in its own right. It's a pretty faithful arcade port from what I can see. So yeah, hats off to Activision for doing this, guy. Really surprised me. It's a really good conversion. So hope you've enjoyed watching this. Let me know what you think about Afterburner on the CPC. I think it's a really good video. Really good game, sorry. The video's average, but no, really good game, really enjoyed it, and pleasantly surprised. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye.